Meanwhile, the Anglican Church of Kenya, led by Archbishop Jackson Ole Sapit, now appears to be aligning more closely with the government's position on the economy. The church leadership says Kenya's economy is on the right trajectory and is urging citizens to remain hopeful despite current hardships. At the same time, the ACK is calling for the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission to be granted prosecutorial powers and warning politicians against divisive and ethnic politics. Elizabeth Atieno now reports.
In November 2024, the Anglican Church of Kenya, SIGNET, led by Archbishop Jackson Ole Sapit, joined the Catholic Church in criticizing the Ruto-led Kenya Kwanza administration for what they said was steering the country in the wrong direction. This as the church warned that it would not be intimidated into silence. However, in a surprising change of tone, the SIGNET leadership has today praised the government for efforts to revive the country's economy and urged Kenyans to remain optimistic.
Tea earnings have increased from 54 billion to 215 billion. SHA membership now stands at 25.8 million. This is commendable and is greatly appreciated.
The inflation rate currently stands at 3.3%. But despite the seemingly low inflation rate, the perception among Kenyans is that the cost of living is still high. Rent, school fees, electricity, transport, and basic necessities continue to put immense pressure on household budgets. For many, a routine visit to the market, a daily commute, or a trip to the clinic still feels like a financial strain, painting a much grimmer picture that the numbers alone reveal.
The level of unemployment among our young people is worrying and creating a sense of despair and may have direct bearing in rising cases of crime.
There have been growing concerns on the rampant corruption and the culture of extravagance in the country. And in a bid to curb this, SIGNET now wants the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission to be granted prosecutorial mandate to streamline the prosecution of corruption cases.
We demand that the government officers who have been mentioned in corruption cases must resign or step aside until their cases are investigated and conclusively determined.
The Anglican Church has strongly opposed any move to amend the 2010 Constitution, including the suggestion fronted by a section of legislators who have called for the extension of the presidential term limit from 5 to 7 years.
It is unacceptable for some politicians to want to extend their stay in office.
The government has also been urged to restructure the e-procurement system and seal the existing loopholes in the system, which seeks to enhance transparency, accountability, and efficiency in both levels of government, which will be achieved from online publication of tender notices, contract award notices, online bid submissions, and procurement audit trails.
Whereas this is a welcome move to cure past corrupt procurement processes, however, it is essential that the resistance and concern by governors be addressed.
Additionally, the government has been urged to move with speed and resolve the ongoing crisis in the health and education sector following the suspension of SHA services by the Rural and Urban Private Hospitals Association, RUFA, as well as the ongoing lecturers' strike that has entered its 8th day. Elizabeth Atieno, TV 47.